I'm Gab. He's Jules. Cloudy skies, somewhat, over Berlin. We're here on the banks of the River Spree in Berlin. Jules, what a show we have because the Euros are rolling along. We're getting the first verdicts. And we got the first verdicts last night in Group A. Talk about drama. At one point, Germany, they left it very, very late. They were losing 1-0. They were headed to something that they really didn't want, a likely game in Berlin against Italy. Then, of course, my man Fulkrug resolves everything. Scotland and Hungary, this was a pretty surreal game. They both needed to win to have any kind of chance. And it's like those situations where you don't know what to do. And your friend Steve Clark ending up with 0 shots on target.
Yeah, just one shot on target, I think they had in the game. But yeah, I mean, I was at the Germany-Switzerland game, which was a bit strange because the atmosphere was actually not that great in Frankfurt from Germany fans. And maybe the fact that their team didn't play well at all. It was really interesting. We saw against Hungary that it was a bit of a warning, that one, because Hungary started well. And remember, Manuel Neuer had to make some big saves. In the end, Germany won, but it was not perfect. And I thought they were second best for most of that game against Switzerland. The Swiss were really well prepared. Great tactical plan from Murat Yakin with that compact block. Took their chance really well. Could have scored a second goal. Yeah. And in the end, Fulkrug saving it for the Germans, but not convincing at all.
I think there's a lot to break down with Nagelsmann, with some of the choices that he made in sort of confirming that 11 for the third straight game. And Jonathan Tah, of course, picking up a booking, which means he's going to miss the round of 16 clash. But I want to focus a little bit on the other game. Obviously, you were in Frankfurt. And I want to just start by knocking something on the head. We've all seen the supposed penalty incident. Steve Clark,
it's a penalty 100%, he said,
100%. He was really, really hard on this. He even pointed out to the referees from Argentina, why do they have Argentine referees? Blah, blah, blah. And let me answer that question first.
Yeah,
they have Argentine referees.
It's a good question, I think.
Because FIFA referees cooperate. And so they'll send European referees to Argentina, and they'll send Argentine referees here. It's good practice because when it comes to the World Cup, they'll all be there.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know what you thought about the penalty. I had another screen during the Germany game. I thought it could have been given. The referee didn't give it. You can understand then why VAR didn't interfere. Seeing what happened then next, obviously, after the penalty, McGregor could have scored for Scotland, and then obviously Hungary scored that winner and won the game really late in the 100th minute, the latest goal we've ever had in this competition. I can see the frustration from Steve Clark. However, they didn't do enough in that game, Scotland. They didn't do enough in this whole tournament. They had 3 shots on target in 3 games. They didn't even deserve to go through. Even if that had been a penalty or even if McGregor had scored the goal, I don't think they deserved it.
So just on the penalty, for me was, he obviously plays for it.
Yeah.
He slows down. Orban comes up behind him. But equally, he doesn't make much effort to go ahead and try to score.
No, definitely.
And there's also, we saw from the other angles, he reaches out and they're both grabbing each other.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of thing where if the referee had given it on the pitch, it would not have been overturned.
Absolutely.
But once it wasn't given, VAR checked and says, is there enough there? And I think that was that.
Yeah. And I think obviously for Scotland it's disappointing. We've said it could have been a historical day because they never qualified for the knockout stage of any tournament before, not at the World Cup, not at the Euros. This was their 12th attempt, and for the 12th time they just stopped after the group stage. And when you get so close, I guess, but I just don't understand how for 75 minutes they hadn't had a shot at all in that game, a game that you have to win. Like you said, I think 2 points could have maybe qualified them, but they need a lot of other games to go their way. But it's a game you need to win, and you approach it to win it, and then you don't even have a shot for 75 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of like a game of chicken, right? But there was obviously a lot of fear. At one point, I think Scotland had like 65% possession.
But zero shots.
But 0 shots. And I think that is an issue. That is like the byword of sterile possession. I don't think Hungary are great. I don't think they play great football. Even defensively, I don't know that this is quite the game plan, even though, of course, they're going to have a soft spot for Marco Rossi, obviously. but this is how they play.
Yeah.
And, they've been true to it. It has brought them some success. So I think it kind of makes sense that, they're still very much in the running in this tournament.
And we wish the best as well to Barnabas Varga, by the way.
And of course,
Big
Barnabas
scare.
Varga. Ugly, ugly injury.